The former Fox News reporter, Carl Cameron, is now the chief political correspondent for Front Page Live, a progressive website. But Carl, you were 20 years a political correspondent at Fox News. And when you heard what Tucker Carlson said about white supremacy, what did you think? What went through your mind?
Well, it's just not accurate. And he has not apologized for it, as far as I know. But the idea that white supremacy doesn't exist or can be or the idea that there's something okay with a football field or a soccer stadium full of white supremacists is also wrong. It's just, it's not journalism. It is opinion making. It is entertainment. And unfortunately, it's an entertainment that can catch on with a very sort of viralized American. It's horrible, and it's not right, and it's good that he's on a vacation, whether it was intended or not.
But it's entertainment, but it's presented as news, and many people listening to these commentators in prime time take this as fact, right? You make a distinction between the reporters and these commentators on Fox News. You yourself left at some point. There was a breaking point for you. Why did you leave Fox News?
I was the chief political correspondent and the first chief White House correspondent for Fox News Channel, and for the time that I worked there and my work, I was reporting facts and made it very clear that there was not going to be a bias or an objectivity, and that is what most of the news department actually does. But the reality of cable television across the country and across the planet is that these are, in most cases, profit-making business organizations. And what Fox News Channel has done over the years is essentially shrink down the actual the amount of news content and increase dramatically the opinion. And sort of they're affectionately known as pundits, which it gives you the impression that there should be some degree of expertise on issues. But the fact of the matter is, pundit's an old Sanskrit word. I mean, it stands for learned Hindu or learned scholar. And
but Carl, can I jump in? This isn't new.
Sure.
There were some pretty controversial, as a charitable word here, views expressed by these pundits when you were chief correspondent, chief political correspondent. The birther stuff, I mean, the morning show in particular, pushing some really dubious claims regarding Hillary Clinton during the campaign. Why was 2017 for you such a breaking point when this had been happening for years before?
Well, the election of Donald Trump and the interference from a foreign adversary and the presidency of Donald Trump was the end of my career at Fox News Channel. For all intents and purposes, being a political journalist on the road, I had spent effectively 2.5 or 3 years out of every 4-year presidential cycle on the road chasing presidential candidates. And I stand by my work and the news department, but the entertainment side of it, frankly, wasn't something that I had a heck of a lot of time or interest in watching. And it changed dramatically in 2016.
Yeah. And would you say that management at Fox News pushed this, encourages this type of controversial rhetoric in their primetime hours?
I would say that it's self-evident that Fox News Channel is a business that is promoting conservative ambition, conservative hopes, and some of them are exceedingly negative. And that has been a successful way of building their ratings and subsequently their revenue. And the executives are obviously interested in both. There's a small number of journalists who do actually report straight news, as you acknowledged, but it is vastly outnumbered by entertainment because that gets more eyeballs. And the fact of the matter is, being entertained is not necessarily being informed. And that's a serious problem in journalism around the world, but particularly in American cable.
Thanks so much, Carl Cameron, for joining us. We really appreciate your time on CNN.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.